Hey, I'm Dave Goodyear. I'm here at the homestead at Flat Rock. Thanks for joining us. You can reach out and follow us on Facebook. We're at the homestead at Flat Rock. You can reach out and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FR_homestead, and you can reach us on YouTube at the homestead at Flat Rock. So today is the next stage in the garlic bulbil project. We're propagating, well, somewhere between 10 and 15,000. Depending on germination rate, of course, using garlic bulbils. And the bulbils have been planted in trays so far, and they've germinated nicely. And I've got at least kind of 75 to 80% germination on a lot of them, which is really good. We have 13 varieties altogether, of which I'm actually germinating half in my greenhouse, and the other half are being done elsewhere. So overall, these guys have done really, really well in here. And it seems that our planting dates for these sometime around the end of February worked out really well. They're fairly slow growers, but like I said, they've done really, really well. And right now, they actually really just look like, you know, blades of grass. It's time to make room in here for tomato plants. It's about kind of 15 degrees in here now daily, which is pretty good. I mean, these guys can handle that, at least the varieties that I've chosen, all except for one, which I'm having some trouble with. But I have 25 trays here now. They're all along the windowsill here everywhere. You can see I got them stacked 2 tiers high. They're getting light, but they need more, and I think I need to just get them outdoors. They need to be hardened off to make room in here. So that's the plan now for today, is to get these guys outdoors and under row cover at least for 3 or 4 hours, and I'll do that over the next couple of days. So the plan is 3 to 4 hours outside today. It's around 3-4 degrees out. These are fairly cold hardy plants, so I don't expect any problems with them, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm going to leave them out for 3 to 4 hours, then I'm going to pull them all back in again. Tomorrow I'll do it a little bit longer. I'm going to start moving these now, and I got a perfect place outside for them. Alright, so this is a place where they're going to sit for at least 4 hours today. So this actually is a potato bed. It's not being used right now. It won't be used until maybe the end of May. So these guys will sit out here now for the next couple of days, for a few hours every day extra. And this is a 19-gram row cover. It's a little bit tattered in places, so I might have to cut up a new one, but yeah, it'll provide some wind protection at least for a few hours. It's pretty cold out here today, so in the end, these guys are going to get planted up that end of the garden. So I'm going to bring you guys up there next and show you where the final home for these guys is going to be. Okay, so up here in this end of the garden is where it's going, and this normally is used for potatoes, but I've actually taken this area here for alliums this year, as we typically run out. So, over right here we're going to have red onions, leeks, some white onions. This bed here is going to be for those garlic trays, so we're going to pop the trays out, sit them right down in this. This still needs some compost on it, but for the most part it's basically ready. I had to lime it heavily because the soil here is acidic. I leave it acidic for the potatoes because we typically have issues with scab here. So so that's heavily limed. I'll give that a month or so anyway. We got lots of time. So that's basically where they're going. So let's go and get the row cover on this on these garlic bulbils. All right, so these guys now have that 19-gram row cover on them for today. It's around 3 degrees out today, so hopefully it's not too cold, but they're only going to be out for a couple hours, and they've been well watered inside, and that water is probably sitting at maybe 10-15 degrees, so the root zone is pretty warm anyway, so I expect that they'll be okay. And of course I get some trusty help from my wife over there. Wave, Janice. Yeah, so row cover. It's a 2-man job. Alright, so that's it for this next stage in the bulbil project. I'll harden these off over the next week or so, and then hopefully by next week they'll be planted up the other end of the garden, and that'll be their final place until they get harvested, probably in August sometime. Anyway, thanks for watching. You can reach out and follow us on Facebook at the Homestead of Flat Rock. You can reach us on Twitter and Instagram at FR_homestead, and YouTube, the Homestead of Flat Rock. Thanks for joining us.